Hi, Rainbow. You made it to Rainbow Live. They took away the bubbles. This one actually is good color, except that there's a bunch of fuzz on it. Oh my goodness. I like this one, but that's definitely not rainbow. Can I be added to the free spots if available? Sure, Mary Bell. Surely we'll do that. So I'm gonna put you, put rainbow, and then I'll put you in number 2 spot unless somebody else shows up. And then you just kind of get bumped down. Hope you don't mind. No, I actually try to squeeze in. I hope other people don't mind because I usually try to squeeze in my freebies. Yes, Sammy's doing way better, like consistently now, and he's looking for work, and it's very good. It's very good vibes now. So, being very helpful around the house and all of that stuff, and he's doing really good. Actually, I'm wondering, is this the closest one? Let me see. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Please see. He's definitely doing better. All right, I'm gonna take another sip of my coffee. Oh, all right, Rainbow. Well, let's go ahead and get you started with you. Do you have a special question tonight? Reading Rainbow. And look what deck I got for you. I have the Rainbow deck. And I'm not sure like what side decks to pull out. So I'm just gonna go with the energy. Wherever spirit sends me. Something in this room, something in the other room. And no, I know normally you don't want to go first, Tom Rainbow, but I can do Mary Bell first. Is there something happening again to my stream? Please, somebody say something. Are you still seeing me, hearing me? Okay, good. That's good. I get a little nervous now. Well, good. I'm glad you're here, Rainbow. Cause I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's see. How are the energies going? The energy, I feel, yeah, it's been real good. I didn't watch all of it, but Gregory Scott's weekly reading was really good, and he was talking about we got the rainbows. He was talking about how this past week, way better than 2 weeks ago. So it's getting like this end of the month, June energy is good, and I feel like July is going to be a good one. I need to do my July reading. Probably will do that tomorrow. Yeah. Yep, I better do that tomorrow. I may not have time to do the messages from your person tomorrow. So I'll just do the July reading. Or I could do a quickie message. Hello, Ling. How are you? So next month messages. Okay, for Rainbow. Next month messages. So I'm shuffling off to the side because for some reason I decided to put the arm of my camera holder in a different position to get a more of a this kind of view instead of an overhead view. So I have to be careful, or I'm gonna bump it. Yes, I will add you too, Ling. Okay. So it's the morning where you are. I hope you're having a nice... Hi, Terry. I'm going to do it this way so you can see the beautiful rainbow. Thank you, honey. So I finked out on y'all Tuesday night, huh? And I didn't even give you a message, did I? I normally say something in the community page, and I just let... Oh, the star came out for you, Rainbow. Nice. The star definitely feels like your energy. It comes out a lot. I think it represents your work too, the fact that you're a healer and you take care of people and stuff. I know, isn't it pretty? It's also very like neutral when it comes ethnically neutral, and I think also like it has a lot of mixed gender stuff. Oh, 9 of Cups. Very nice. Very nice. It looks like you're doing really good next month. Like Care Bears. Yes. I think I like this view is a little bit better because the overhead view, I have an overhead light, and so it gets a lot of glare. So I think this angle is better, except I keep bumping into the camera. So hopefully you guys don't mind that. Ooh, Temperance. All right, let's break it down and see what we've got so far. The star, I feel like too, like maybe next month you're going to have a bit of you're going to be like, people are going to notice you, take notice of you. You're going to be in the limelight a little bit. Star of the show. Also, the star, I got it because of you, twin. That's true. Are you a Sagittarius? So the star card, anybody Aquarius here with the star card? Magic is what the star is talking about. Attuning to the natural world, like this cosmic oneness with each other, kind of like what we feel like here, like this kindred connection. Ritual practice, astronomy, inspiration and hope and divination, nonconformity, having creative power, visionary states, like having some real great ideas and then following through with your ideas and then just bling materializing as amazing as can be. This is about shining your inner light. This is the way your life is flowing in a really good way. And there's a healing happening. Thank you, twin. And so the star also is the card that comes after the tower. And so there is no tower here, so we're not talking about the tower, but it's always good to know that if you've ever felt like you've had difficult times, the star is telling you this is the hope after difficult times. So even if you're not having any difficult times right now, this to me represents the karmic reward of those difficult times that you may have had. The Nine of Cups is your wishes coming true, and we have all this like water energy. And in the Temperance, we have these elements pouring back and forth, and you see how there's rainbows. We're creating a rainbow, so oh, I got goosebumps. And rainbow, I always use this analogy when I talk about temperance and blending of elements. But like air and water create rainbows, and that's one particular way to look at temperance. But let's go back to the Nine of Cups. So this is your wishes coming true. And you know how we have self-fulfilled prophecies? This is in this is similar, but in the positive way, wish fulfillment. Like you sat around one day and said, I wish blah, blah, blah. And now that wish is coming true. And you said it kind of whimsically, almost in a way that you didn't think would make a difference, but it's coming true. It's going to come true. This is also food. This is about abundance. This is really you manifesting those things that you want. But in the mix of all of this, having a really good attitude and being generous and gracious and kind and thankful, and that's what's creating this amazing energy around you and attracting this really beautiful wish come true. You're gonna feel much wholer, and I know, really good cards, right? Like a wholeness, a completion, a contentment. You may even feel like a life of luxury is yours finally at last, But yeah, and then overall just a real sense of inner peace. The Temperance card represents a balance of things, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's kind of like a good recipe. You need to. My first miscarriage, I had my due date was supposed to be July 4th. Oh, so the rainbow in the cup fits just right. Yeah. Hey, Amira. And I feel like, it alludes to that a little bit because the star, like, the tower moment was certainly your miscarriage, right? And so this star is representing this, what once was bad in this month is now going to come around and be a good month. It's going to be a month where you don't have to, well, you'll always remember, right? You'll never forget your babies, it's going to be replaced by something really beautiful and joyful that will take precedent, that will shine brighter. The Temperance card is about combining all your resources. This is more healing, like you got a healing energy coming through. I feel like, you've reached out to me a lot about feeling ready. Like, are you ready yet? And here again, I'm feeling a strong ready energy from you, right? So really like, get into that mood when, and act magnetic, like a magnet, and attract your dream come true, because I feel like you're coming into a great headspace in July, like a really ready headspace. But definitely, you have to always, like always in all your readings, faith is one of your top priorities. Having faith and having a balance and not overdoing it in any area of your life. Moderation and patience and harmony, so on. So, so there could be a divine intervention that comes through, like an angel coming. Like when I see Gabriel or just judgment, I see, like the angel that came to Mary. When I see Temperance, though, I also see angelic support and help. This is the heavens helping you. And you have two major arcana cards, which represents to me a lot of outside high energy sources. This is great, Rainbow. This is the best I've ever felt in a long time. Awesome. Very nice. So, So let's keep on looking. It looks like so far so good. Rainbow, what other cards should we use? I need inspiration here. I do have this. I have the Seasons of the Witch deck. I'm going to go ahead and do this one. And then we'll see what happens next. And this one's another beauty with the purple. So I choose these gorgeous cards for your visual pleasure. I try to choose, and more than that, you know, like the substance behind these decks are really, really good. I choose only the finest decks for my sparkles of light. I don't know if you remember me asking you the gender of my brother's baby, but he's having a boy and his name will be Gabriel. Okay. I felt Gabriel out there. Oh my gosh, I'm getting lots of goosebumps. Okay, well, this makes me feel like we need to talk to the angels. So I'm going to get an angel deck out after I do this one. We definitely need to get some advice from the angels. Did you ever watch that show, Touched by an Angel? I'm feeling very touched by an angel right now. Oh. I don't know, I feel so hyperated. Well, I just had some coffee. That's probably why. I feel very joyful to be with you. It's so weird. It's kind of like going to the gym. Like when, you know, before you go, you're like, I don't feel like going to the gym. And then when you start walking, like, whoa, I feel good. I'm strong. I'm mighty. You know, that's how I feel tonight. It's like, I don't feel like going live. Oh, and I feel the energy and I feel the vibes. Yeah, I have to always kind of go against my, I know, I love that show. I have to go against my lazy streak sometimes. Okay, you've got, okay, yes. These are both really good cards. Okay, so first you have Heather. You are worthy, my dear. Silence the noise that strips you of your peace. Okay, you're feeling really good. Continue those vibes. And anytime that negative self-talk comes through, you know, kick it to the curb. You are worthy. You are amazing. You deserve the best. And then this one is really cute. This is Bike Ride. It is in the stillness and presence of the journey that you will find yourself exactly where you need to be. See, and I feel like this is about, you know, faith and trust the process. Okay, and so it's number 1 in this deck. And let's read about Bike Ride. So this represents unhurried, enjoying the moment, the long way home. Some summer days beg for a slower pace. Those days when the sun is shining, but there's just a bit of breeze to keep you cool. Flowers are dancing in meadows, birds are singing along, and a butterfly comes to rest on your shoulder, as though to remind you to stop and enjoy the little things. Then there are days when you just don't feel like being rushed or productive. Yeah, most days for me. Those days when you'd rather spend time doing what you love with who you love, and when you take the long way home, not because you have to, but because the world can wait. So this is a sign to embrace this kind of day. You know, suddenly you'll feel this feeling on a particular day when you're rushing through life, and then you realize you're moving too fast. You feeling a little anxious, doing a lot but not getting a lot accomplished. Sometimes the lack of focus, and you get into daydreams, or sometimes doubt or self-confusion or negative talk or whatever. They're not manifestations of laziness or lack of motivation. Okay, well, maybe that's a clue to me. They're reminders that there is more to life than just work and checking off another item on your to-do list. So it is okay to Be in moments. It is okay to daydream. Hi, Wendy. It is okay to take a time out. And so what I'm feeling for July is a lot of leisure time for sure. I don't know if you have any plans to go on a trip, but don't feel guilty about it for sure. Like if you and your husband want to go get away anywhere, totally do it. Even if it's a short trip somewhere, maybe a staycation even, but you have every right to take it easy one day or 1 week of the month, um, or a weekend, you know. So there is a little ritual that goes with this about finding presence, and basically, I could read you the ritual, but it's basically being focused and sometimes just sitting still, not watching TV, not looking at your phone, but sitting still. You can like watch pets. That's a good way to meditate. But breathe, and focus on your breathing. And if you have trouble, like if you feel easily distracted, close your eyes and just count to yourself. And counting is a good way to relax. Um, but there's so many better fun ways to be like present, like just going to the beach and laying in the sun. When we go to the beach and we play in the water and lay in the sun, we don't care about our phones, we don't care about work, we don't care about the world outside. We care about the moments and nature and joy and pleasure and peace and the beauty of the world around us, and that's what's most important. So more of those kinds of things. Oh, you're going out of town. Nice. Good. All right. Well, that's going to be a good thing for you. So I'm going to find a good angel deck. Let me see. Angel. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I got a couple of goodies. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much. Oh, and I love your little sticker. So cute. I love getting those super stickers too. But they don't give me the option to give you a heart back, but that's okay. Alrighty. So let me get some angel information here. I do. I have lots of space tonight. Mostly, I guess I didn't say very much about Tuesday night, and I'm very sorry. You know what's happening, guys and girls, mostly girls. I took on a new job, and well, I have this kind of side job here, this side gig, and I took on an extra day, Tuesdays. And so by the time I get home from that, I'm like, I don't feel like doing anything else. I already worked today. I don't want to work. This is not really work, but you know what I mean. So I guess if I just looked at it differently and like, I'm gonna play with my sparkles of light tonight, then maybe it would be better. But anyway, so lately Tuesdays have been busy. I might be able to take Tuesdays off again if Sam gets a job. So that'll be good. And I was like, well, if I can't do Tuesday nights, maybe I can do Wednesday night. But as the week progresses, things get busy and busier and busier. It's been busy, but in a good way. Like checking off a lot of to-do things, which is good. So getting things done, and mostly Sammy getting back on track, which is a great thing. All right. So Rainbow, here's a message from Archangel Zadkiel. Cherry, I was dreaming of my baby girl last night. Her name was supposed to be Elena. Would I be able to get a couple of baby messages? Sure, because I was actually going to go do that, but I didn't want to overstep. But that's what I was oh, and I'm getting lots of touches and I'm getting a lot of goosebumps. So I feel like your spirit babies really want to talk. Okay. So and then Archangel Zadkiel says, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. So you're going to be a teacher of sorts too next month. And I know it's always kind of maybe a little intimidating when people look to you for advice or you to guide them. It's a good way to find out more about yourself and to do healing, your own healing. So if you're not a spiritual teacher like me, I'm not really a teacher, but you are an avid learner, and within learning what also you have the ability now to share these ideas and things you're learning with others, right? And it's kind of like me, like when I help you guys, I'm helping myself. So if you want to try that, like help other people in a spiritual sense, then it's like instant karma, like you're helping yourself as well. So let's focus on Archangel Zadkiel because it was the angels that wanted to talk to you. And Zadkiel is the ultimate spiritual professor. He's patient, kind, and has access to all knowledge. He's widely known for his ability to help human memory function. If you need to remember or memorize any information, Zadkiel will assist you. Anything that you need to know, Zadkiel will help you. And just ask him questions in order to get his help. Sometimes he is known to have used the Socratic method of teaching. So he'll lead you so that you can learn for yourself. And that's probably what's happened to you so far. It's like he's been guiding you, or the angels have been guiding you, and you've been having to learn things maybe the hard way. But you're coming on kind of an enlightenment, like sort of this radical acceptance and feeling happy despite the tragedy of your past. There's sort of something else is replacing that, kind of this happy energy, like a knowing of a feel good thing. So I don't know, something really good. So let's see now what your babies have to say. Okay. Baby messages. I do get the new girls at work that come to me. Oh, really? You do, for advice and help. So the angel card makes sense. Nice. Well, there you go. Here. Oh, so many goosebumps for you. Like somebody, like the angelic energy, the baby energies, and the big archangel energy. All of the energy around me is super strong and like very happy and proud of you and stuff. Proud of you and stuff. Oh, the bond that we share will be unmatched. I picked fabulous parents. No one can compare. Let me get a little wing birdies. Talk to me, and this comes out a lot. Talk to me before you go to bed at night. I love hearing from you. I'm a pretty smart kid. I plan on getting straight A's all my life. Like mommy or like daddy. Anything else? Let's see. I do have time for you, Wendy. I do. Just hang around. I'm going to do a real quickie for Maribel and a quickie for Ling, and then, well, or I can bump you up if you need to go. You have healed so much. Continue to do the good work, Mommy and Daddy. Stop stressing out about everything. Things will be fine. And that one comes out of love for you too. So has anybody said anything mean to you? Because this came out twice. I put it back. I was like, nah, nobody's saying anything mean to Rainbow. But if anybody's saying anything, watch out. Just distance yourself from this person. I don't know. I don't know what you do about this person. But don't let the things that they say affect your good mood when, like, or affect your mindset. Like, don't let the negative things other people say put you in a self-worth spot where you're like talking down to yourself again. It's not you. It's not you, really, that they're hurt somehow and they're taking it out on you, even if even if they haven't said it out loud. Or maybe this has something to do with the past and it's like a childhood wound or something like that. But anyway, let the negative words people have said to you or say to you or you hear in your head, let those things go. I think that's probably what this means. Like babies are saying, don't negative self-talk, Mommy. You're great. I think that's what that means. All right. Yeah, if babies knew how to say that, that's what they would say. You're great. You're the best. Yeah, I know exactly who's been saying mean things about my husband and I, so I blocked the person from my life. That's good. Well, I think that's the proper thing to do. You don't need that negativity around you. And fine, you did right. Babies wanted to say be careful with that person. So I think that's a good thing. Just the best thing to do in those situations is disengage. Don't try to reason with people who they just don't get it. They don't understand. Alrighty, that's very sweet. I love these cards. I love your reading. It's very bright and cheerful. We could talk a little bit about the Heather. It's your worthy, silence the noise. I just feel like this just says it all, Don't let what anybody says get to you. You're welcome, honey. All right, I got mosquitoes in here. I'm like biting my back. I'm kind of excited though. I picked out some colors to paint my wall, and I think I know what color I'm gonna choose, and it's called Romance. Ha ha ha! So that's for the romantic fairy. I think it's gonna be good. I feel positive about it, and I just have to declutter the room. At least get everything off the walls. I'm getting closer to getting everything off the walls, and then I start painting or go buy stuff. I need to get a new printer too. Well, little by little. All right. So, all right. Okay, Wendy, you're going to hang in? Okay, good. So I'll go ahead and do Maribel. Maribel, are you here? Yeah, doesn't that sound pretty? It's very soft. It's not too bold, but it's also, it gives the right energy, I think, it's nice. I could show you my choices if you're all interested. Maybe not. Maybe if we have a little time, I'll show you my choices. It's kind of hard to see it now because it's sort of dark in this room. But my room gets very bright, so whatever color I choose, it can have a little hue. I just feel like I don't want like too much hue. I mean, I'm not like it doesn't have to, I don't want to be like Pepto-Bismol pink, Oh, okay, sorry, Terry. Where were you? Let's see. Where did you pop up? Oh yeah, you came before Wendy. Okay. So Maribel, I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes, but then if you don't come on, then I'm gonna have to skip you to Ling. Okay. All right. Going once, going twice, and Maribel being skipped. So now, Ling, if Ling is out there. There's Ling. All right, Ling, do you have a specific question? Great. Will ST bring me along with him when he relates to Australia? Ooh, good question. Let me just ask the pendulum to make it. Hi, Pulak. All right. Will ST bring Ling along with him to Australia? Yes or no? Oh, oh, that's a big yes. And yeah, it took a little while. Oh, wow, it is a huge yes. Very nice. And it's a little bit of a ask the cards too. When it goes diagonally like that, that's my special sign that represents ask the cards. Okay. Okay, from India. Wow, I'm so excited that you're here. Well, Pulak, here's our list, and we're on Ling, so you'll be down here if I have time, but I probably will, so check it out. All right, let's see what are the circumstances surrounding it, and let's validate the answer yes. Let's see. All right, you got the star and the child. Interesting. So the star, it doesn't have a specific timing, but it's a really good sign. It's very positive. It represents your wishes coming true. It represents success. Your intuition is right on. So just keep going with your intuition on this. All the decisions and choices you have to make, just stick with your gut and your heart. Your intuition is doing really good. This is wishing upon a star and it's actually coming true. And stay optimistic. And I feel it's going to be very peaceful, even like falling in love. It's sweet. Very sweet. And Listen to your inner voice. Trust yourself. It's almost like the North Star, guiding you in the night. It's kind of like using your voice as that guide, or hearing, or literally using navigation, some kind of like astrology or something, or the stars as some kind of navigation. It feels like navigating. Yeah, don't think negative. Your power of power of positive thinking is actually helping you quite a bit. So stay in the positive. And then, as far as the child is concerned, here's a good way to stay in the positive, Ling. Have a childlike wonder. Like, look at the world as a child would. And most children, I would say there's some like kids that can get a little sad sometimes or a little down. But to be honest, kids are sort of full of wonder, and they're like really interested in things, and everything seems exciting and interesting and new, and yeah, they're just like mostly happy because they're so curious and so interested in the world. So that's kind of the way, that's kind of way to look at it. And also the child represents the beginning of things. So I feel like this trip with him, this relocation is huge. It is huge. It's the beginning a whole new world with him right now. And he may get, I don't know if he gives you like a nickname like Shorty or Cutie or Little One or something like that, but for some reason I think he sees you as cute and little or something like that, Cutie. Um it I just feel like it represents just your wonderment, you know? So stick with that because your wonder is uh this is good. And also, like in love, even if you've known him for a while, this is going to feel so new. Like it's going to feel exciting and new, a new phase. Very, very nice. And timing wise, this is happening pretty soon. So, and also as far as these cards being positive or negative, the child card is a positive card and the stars card is positive. So they both are a yes to your question. So there you go. Sure, talk to the stars. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. That's like a child wondering, a childlike wonder, like that little nursery rhyme. You're welcome. Okay. I'll keep this around. Okay, let's see now. So next is Terry. We're moving along swimmingly here tonight. Messages for next month. You got it. We're going to go with the Rainbow Tarot. I'm going to do kind of what I did for Rainbow. Except for the baby stuff. All right. Let's see. Oh, some fairy messages. Gotcha. I'll add fairy stuff. We don't need the angels for you. We'll do fairies for you. Okay. Got 4 of Swords. That's a good one. 4 of Swords representing next month. A little bit of meditation will do you good. Also you're resting, and your rest will All right, Ling, I'll get back to you in a minute. Um, your you may actually have the staycation. I know that I see travel for you so much, and then, you really don't travel very much, or you don't have any plans to travel. So this is kind of like an inner journey kind of energy. I feel like if you do any travel, it is like astral travel, mind travel, exploring new worlds within yourself kind of thing. Let's see what else. Okay. Ooh. You got some people here. So you got the Knight of Wands, you got Seven of Wands, and you got the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Oh man, fire. Lots of fire, passion. So the Knight of Wands is like a counterpart to the Queen of Wands. He's either slightly younger or just more active, energetic. Looking at a rainbow over you, Queen of Wands. So, yeah, well, maybe start writing down your dreams. They might be talking to you somehow. And or go beyond just writing them down. Like there's that great book that I've talked about, Conscious Dreaming. You can kind of explore your dreams and see what the messages are through conscious dreaming, or in lots of other things. Um, try You can try different types of meditations where like it's guided. I happen to like guided meditation because I like to listen to a voice explaining where I'm going and what's happening and what I'm seeing, interacting with stuff in my mind that the guided person is telling me, that's there. I know that it seems sort of counter natural meditation if somebody's guiding you through it, but it's all still you, it's all your universe. The guide is just sort of helping you along and leading you in a way that can get you there, because sometimes we're just left alone with this task of meditating. It's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? But the guided meditation, and like there's really some fun ones that are very specific, like a guided meditation to meet your master, or your guided meditation to meet your twin flame, or a guided meditation to meet your life path and destiny, or your spirit animal or whatnot. There's all of those different types, so that'll be fun to try, I think. You do? Okay, then there you go. Well, maybe this is something then. I don't know if you discovered him in your guided meditation, but the Knight of Wands is like a passionate, action oriented lover in your life. And when, especially when the Queen of Wands comes out and the King of Wands, the Queen and King representing twin flames, because Wands is fire. Wands is fire energy. And so Queen and Knight just represents the Queen who is beautiful and passionate and stays stationary, where the Knight comes towards her. And yeah, so the Queen is warmth, originality, passion, determination, confidence, and creativity, and friendliness, and radiance, and independence. And this is like Pride Month, so this has to do, well, if we're talking about July, so Pride will be done, but we still have Pride in um, United States. I mean, living in the United States, those of us who live here, which Terry does. So we still have that kind of pride going on. So maybe it's a 4th of July kind of thing. I don't know. But the Knight of Wands is enthusiastic, inventive, resourceful, charismatic, strong expression and creative, good insight, artistic ability, very passionate, vital, and maybe a little bit impulsive. A lot of talent behind this person. The Seven of Wands makes me feel like when this person comes around, you're like, what the heck? You may feel a little bit taken aback. You may be feel a little bit on the defensive side, but you will also feel this sense of, I'm going for it, I'm going to persevere. I'm going to overcome any obstacles. I'm going to fight what I believe in. I trust my intuition. I'm right. You're a phoenix rising from the ashes. I'm going to reinvent myself. I'm not going to let any of the fear of my past bring me down and make me feel like I'm not worthy of this situation or whatever comes around. Like, you're going to meet the moment, and you're going to find and find your courage and your self-truth. Whether there's adversity or no adversity, I feel like you're gonna find your truth. It's gonna be beautiful, because you also have the Ace of Wands, which represents the beginning of something, a spark, putting passion to action. This person is passionate. It could represent part of who you are, but I feel like it could be a counterpart as well. And I feel sex in this too, all over the place. There's a lot of sex here. What is this dog doing in my yard? This is a cat house. And the Ace of is all about a burst of energy too, starting new projects. It's vitality. So if you really don't see anything in the romance world happening in July, you definitely were gonna in your career life, there's definitely going to be a new excitement, a new spark in the things that you do. And you feel inspired, you'll feel enthusiastic. There's going to be a lot of forward movement and excitement. So that's really nice. I like that. Hi, Robert Bruce. Okay, so let's see what the fairies have. Let's go with my favorites, the wild wisdom of the fairies. I found out what this symbol is. This is another one that that would be cool to tattoo also, but it's a fairy. It's a fairy flower, I guess. It's a fairy symbol. Yeah, the life force. Woo! Beauty and the Beast. Very nice. This is one of my favorites. And it's unconditional love. What? The fairies don't lie, Terry. Love is coming through. And it's unconditional. And it's nothing to be afraid of, because it's the real deal. All right. So I'm going to read all of this to you because I love this book and I love this card especially. This beautiful fairy is with those she loves. And look at them. They're weird looking, or, they're not of a certain standard. They're of the Cholish standard. They're beautiful in their own way. See, it's all in the eye of the beholder. So, yes. And it doesn't mean you're going to find an ugly person. It means that this guy is actually, the knights are very handsome. So they're very sexy. They usually have good muscles and stuff. So knights are very handsome. And he sees you as gorgeous, okay? It's beautiful. Look at that. It's beautiful. So this fairy, she's with those she loves. They are friends, true and sincere. She protects them and they protect her. Yet those she loves seem so different to her, yes? But she does not see that they are not tall and beautiful in the same way she is. She sees their wisdom, their courage, their dedication. their hard work. She's brimming with love for each of her friends, and their appearance being different is something she truly has not noticed. That is the way it is with unconditional love. We all have within us this ability to tap into a profound source of grace and blessing. And unconditional love and when we feel its grace within us is a blessing, not only to others who receive it, but to we who choose to experience it. Being filled with this love can help us to heal and can assist us in finding beauty in all places. It can allow us to enter into life. Know that love, when it is given, is a kind of business deal, the transactional kind. You give it to me and I will then give it to you is not love at all, but it is a business transaction. That kind of exchange may seem to give us control, but it does not create love between all beings. Unconditional love does. This fairy princess loves all. The spark of soul fire. um, within all beings is absolutely available to her sight. Her third eye is open and stimulated by the magical green stone, the same color as her earthling friends, and she is under no illusion. Beauty is beyond standard forms and features, and love cannot be given for complying and fitting in and making deals. Love simply is, and she has learned the art of allowing herself to be in love at all times, and thus her presence is felt as blessing in the world, and all its inhabitants bless her in return. Fairies love all beings. They just do. And you can too. And I feel like, sometimes when we have self worth issues, not saying that you do, but, everybody does sometimes. And we may talk self talk negatively and say, who could love, just like the beast said, who could ever learn to love a beast? Well, Belle sure did. She looked beyond his exterior, even when he was at his worst, even when he was yelling and being awful. She found a part of him, especially when he saved her life, that was something there that showed that he had such amazing courage. And so sometimes the best way to see people is not to pick out their faults, but to find one thing that you love the most about them. Find their their admirable qualities. There's Most people have at least one thing, even annoying people. Like there could be just one thing about them, and it makes you see them differently when you when you focus on that thing. And then you start to think, hey, well, I have my good side and bad sides too, so I can be a little more open about all of this. So that's kind of like I'm meandering here a little bit, but my point is that uh, that there's a person who's going to love you unconditionally, and it's not like you may wonder, like, um, it goes way beyond a physical attraction. He may think you're a beautiful and a doll and sexy and all of those things, even when at times you may not feel that about yourself. But um, it's a beyond physical beauty kind of love, and that's, I think, is priceless. And I think you're gonna find that, and it's gonna be so nice. So yeah, yeah, pretty much covered everything of the divinatory meanings. You may meet somebody a little bit who has a different cultural background, or maybe a different. And here's a message, a general message to the collective too. For the collective, this is about unconditional love, no matter, if you like a girl or a boy, or if it's non-binary, somebody who doesn't have a particular pronoun, or whatever it is, whatever, whoever you love, whoever they are, however they describe themselves, however they see themselves, and however you see them, there's like someone for everyone, right? And And love goes beyond just the physical. This is love going to the soul of people. I think that's what like pride means, you know, people who love each other because of their souls, you know. It's beyond the physical stuff. But there is the physical, of course. There's a natural inclination to be physically attracted to one kind of person over another, and we all have our own personal likes and dislikes and such. But overall, it's the soul connections that are strongest and most meaningful. Yeah, Ling. So yeah, anybody who's, and no matter what kind of relationship you're in, even if it's a heterosexual relationship, it's important to appreciate each other's differences too, and find that soul connection, that the how you guys click in a soul level. And so that's the collective message. And then back to back to Terry. So consider that you can see with everyone you encounter, every being you encounter, a spirit being, someone that has a spark of soul life within them. Every Yeah, this is divine love, not species, race, or creed, or distinguishing features. It's it's so big and more broad than any specific thing. So so I feel like, you know, it could be more than just a relationship with one person, but obviously the cards are showing. I feel like you might, spirit might like you, or fairies might like you to try a guided meditation for your person. Like, who's your person? Who's out there for you? Um, so that could be some way to find this one. But whoever this person is, you're gonna find amazing passion for them, and them for you, and also the another meaning from the Beauty and the Beast to me could be like the strength card, where the lion is fierce and the maiden is gentle, but she kind of holds his muzzle to keep him from being too aggressive. That's kind of what Beauty did for the Beast, you know. He showed his most wild side, and then somehow something about her calmed him, you know. And so he represents the lion represents fierce protector, and the maiden represents the guide, the guiding light, the gentle and presence and energy. And so that's why they traverse together with you know, complete compatibility, because they they're counterparts to each other. So yeah, there you go. So I mean, I'm sorry, but you just had a twin flame reading, and I didn't mean to do it, but it just happened that way. So let's see what's coming next in your love life with the romantic fairies, since we're going down the fairy lane. What? There you go. Okay, I can't make this stuff up. Twin flame union, heart, body, mind, and soul. There you have it. You know, I got a message, and I appreciate, you know, I just want to say, anybody listening out there that just like follows me but doesn't say very much, I hear you, I feel you, thank you. And people who make comments underneath my different videos, I thank you. I love reading your comments. And somebody said, you know, they commented under one of my old twin flame readings. They say, I love this stuff. I wish you would do more of this again. I'm like, ugh, you know, like, I don't know why, but I've been very resistant to the whole twin flame message in the last, I don't know, 6 months to a year, I guess. I feel like there's been a shift in the twin flames, and I felt like it was important not to over talk about it. Like, even though it still exists and it's still there, but I think a lot of people have been negative about it and saying, you're not with your real twin flame, you know, is that twin flame just imagination, you're not going to find your twin flame in this lifetime, that's impossible, you know, like a lot of negative talk about twin flames. uh, that like they don't exist, or they're very, 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 very too rare for just the average person out there. But I don't like that. I think that's not fair. That's not nice. I feel like we all deserve that counterpart if we feel like we have it, if it's out there. You know, if you now deserving of the journey, that's a different phrase right there. Like, I don't know about the journey is not easy, so I'm just saying it's not necessarily the most romantic love situation, but once you come into union, it is one of the most romantic and beautiful circumstances, So even if the union is a moment that you can savor, and you may come back to it again, but the union is very divine and beautiful. So I don't know. I don't know, Terry. What's going on? Y'all have to tell me when all this comes to fruition. You'll have to let me know about your July. I'm sure we'll all be together in July and keep about it. So follow up on your July reading. Does that feel good, Terry? Do you feel like I pulled enough cards for you? Okay. Let me know. Oh, you saw a dragonfly? I love dragonflies. Ancestor speaking to you. Did you comment underneath that post that I put in the community page? It said about signs. I need a signier sign. All right, I like the dragonfly, but can I get a signier? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we're gonna go back to Ling for a couple of minutes. But Ling, just remember, you got a freebie, and freebies are supposed to be short and fast. But only because I'm feeling generous am I gonna continue your. Oh no, you paid money for continuation. That's right. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to. Yes, you did pay money for continuation. Okay, so Ling, what? Let's see what's coming next in your love life. Okay. Kind of hovered. I was wondering what that was about. Huh, that's sweet. I wish I was little. You can call me little one if you want to. Oh, choir. One of the other ladies says, what's your name? Young one. I'm like, me? I'm the young one? And and I'm like laughing to myself. Like in Bambi when somebody calls the skunk Flower, you can call me Flower if you want to. You can call me young if you want to. And you can call me little one if you want to. Okay. All right, so let's see what the fairies want to say for you and ST in July. I sound little and young. I am little and young. I'm so little and young. All right. Ooh, you are a perfect match. You complete each other in the most harmonious way. Let go of the past. Okay, so if you've had any arguments or anything that feels funny about him from the past, you gotta really let it go. Don't bring it up. Also, let go of any exes or any thoughts of other people. Give this person is the right choice. ST is the right choice. Other people. And also, this is very interesting too, because if you're relocating with them to Australia, you're literally letting go of the past. You're going to let go of a whole bunch of stuff. It's a little bit daunting, right? But you're totally clearing energy to allow this amazing love in your life. And finally, he is your life partner, okay? So your romance is stable and ready to go the distance. Hey, Divine Goddess. Okay, so does that sound good? Do you feel good now? Do you want to know how he feels? Let me get a little, how is he feeling about you at this moment? Okay, how is he feeling? How will he feel about you in July? Yes. He needs to let us too. How will he feel about you in July? Okay. He will feel very stimulated by you. You are so hot, you turn me on. He's not all about the sex, but I feel like he's definitely excited to be with you in a physical kind of way. Woo, he feels joyful. Joyful, which means, I don't know, what does joyful mean? It's saying feeling lighthearted when I'm with you. See? Okay. Very nice. Lots of kissing going on, I see. Very nice. Good. I'm glad this is connecting to the previous reading. Yeah, and I feel like I've said stuff like that before. Like you can see more every reading. Oh, there's one that was stuck in here. Celebration was stuck. So you guys are going to have something to celebrate. Hello, my love. All right. So now we're going to do Wendy if she is out there. Wendy, are you there? Yay, hike. Oh, me and you are going on a hike? I want to go on a hike with you. That'd be cool. I know I'd be like, there's Wendy. Oh no, nightmares. I had a weird one too. I wouldn't say full out nightmare, but it was like scary and I kept having to tell myself, think of something else, think of something else. Okay. All right, Wendy. Let me finish reading all of this. Your question. That's good, Ling. All right, Wendy says, I've been having a lot of nightmares and vivid dreams. My ex keeps being in them. It's been 3 years and I don't know how to clear the energy and let go. Right. I want to let it go and move on. Oh, that's very good, Wendy. That's deep. Let's see. Feels like we need some really profound advice for you. Let's see. Where do we go? There's cord cutting rituals that could be helpful. And I've done them, and believe me, they didn't seem to work at first. It seemed to take a lot of tries for it to work. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to go with the Starseed Oracle and see what we can get. What kind of try this first. Starseed Oracle. Yes, thank you, Divine Goddess. So for personal reading with me, just email me at rightladyjas@gmail.com. And it's in the description box and in the chat right now. And I'll send you a price list. But there's lots of ways to get discounted readings. You can become a member. You can also just come out at my lives, usually Tuesdays and Friday nights. For Tuesdays are getting a little more complicated, so I might go a little random lives sometimes. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Okay. For Wendy, letting go, cutting cords. It seems like whenever you have dreams and that X keeps appearing, there's some reason why they're there. Well, they may be thinking of you for one thing, but the reason why they're there is there's something that you haven't resolved with them. So I don't know if you need it, maybe they need it, but somebody needs closure, some kind of closure. Maybe truly believe it's over. Or if they do, they feel like you belong to them. You're welcome. Thank you for being my awesome moderator. Nothing wants to come out yet. This is a deep one. The answer to this, I feel like, will be, I feel like it will take phases and steps and parts. Okay, here we go. Okay, so first we have, I had some kind of, something came to me about lifting the veil the other day. Questioning everything, and anything unaligned must go. And so when that phrase, the veil, often is referred to Halloween time, between the veil between the living and the dead. And the veil is thin, and you're able to cross over, or you're able to see more than you could before. And recently I had the word in my head for some reason, lifting the veil, or that phrase. And I'm trying to think of what it was referring to. But anyway, let's see. Lifting the veil. It's like no anymore. Things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mistruths so we can remember ancient truths. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. This goes for society and the world at large, as well as in our own lives. So this card is saying for you to scan your life for things that are not a vibrational match for you. Obviously, we know this person is not a vibrational match for who you are and how you've grown. So now let's see, what do we do about this? To dismantle the systems and ways of being that once served you and others but no longer do. Shine a light on the things that are inauthentic or unaligned with the I feel like I'm hearing, like, in one case, so what I'm getting so far is you may be dreaming about him, but I feel the reason why you're dreaming of him might be different than what you think it is. Um, I don't think he has a hold of you at all, but I think there's a sort of perception that's causing you to believe something that's not true. And maybe when you lift up that veil, that's what it was like. It's like the Wizard of Oz and the guy and the wizard behind the curtain. It's it's like when like we make mountains out of molehills, that saying, when something seems so scary and so big and ominous and so um like um debilitating or um m- um I feel like I think I did the same thing, but anyway, to truly let go of him or let go of him from your dreams or your energy is you have to reduce his size. So he's not no longer large, like looming larger than life, like an intimidating force, but he's nothing. Like I don't know why, but as soon as you lift the veil and shine the light on him, I see him disintegrate into tiny little pieces. One of my favorite rituals was it has to do with flames, like writing the person's name on a candle and burning it down, writing their name on a piece of paper and burning it within a candle, some different things. There's a specific candle set that I got where you with this special folded paper that if you write the name on it, it flies like a butterfly and then it burns up. It's really cool. There's things like that you can try, but I feel like it the key here, it has something to do with him turning into like little tiny pieces of paper, like a disintegration, like poof, like falling down. So I don't know why I'm seeing that, but your power is so strong. You're the light. You have a bright light, and your powerful light shining upon this energy breaks it down into nothingness. Um, yeah. The thing is, especially when you're a person of light, uh, the toxic energies or the darker energies, like, are very interested and attracted. So you have to be so bright that they can't even exist near you. You have to like shine that bright so strong. And so this is basically saying take baby steps. But it's like, don't give up the first time. If the first time doesn't work, try and try again. Like it's going to take several steps. I've been rewatching the series Stranger Things, and it just seems like, once they killed something, now it's back again, even stronger. But, eventually it's done for good, but there's still you still have to face you still have to face it and work at it, like the next phase of it, of knocking it down. That's kind of what I'm getting. Anyway. All right, let me see about Cat Lady. There you can do lots of different things. Down at the bottom you can do a what is it called? A super chat or super sticker. You can, in the description box, you can see the ways to donate. But yeah. All right. So I feel like it has a hold on my life for 3 years. All right. So here is another beautiful card that came out. You got the love. Hadrian energy, codependency, and boundaries. All right. So what is it about this that can't be let go of? The Hadrians are believed to be beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love, who see love in all people and situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried, interdependent, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. And that's been a real problem for me too. Oh my gosh. And my mom, like when I was having issues with my ex-husband, she talked about unconditional love. And I'm like, yeah, but what if, like, I believe in unconditional love, but what if they're abusive? Do you still stay with somebody who's abusive to you? And that's to me, that was a hard one. And I listened to a psychologist who was talking about the 3 A's. She was very a strong believer in marriage and sticking with the person that you're married to, but she said there are, I believe in the exceptions. The 3 A's: adultery, addiction, and abuse. And if your person is doing any of those things, especially if they're doing all of those things, then the right to get out of the marriage. And it was that doctor who made me feel like empowered me to have strength to go. But it's a very personal choice, you know. And a lot of people feel like they have to stick with it no matter what. Because that's what unconditional love is. So, the lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love while in separate body, to learn to love self first, then establish healthy relationship with others, to remember that the love they seek is already within them, that they truly do have the love all on their own. The message of this card is to review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing a sense of self. It's common for starseeds to dive deep into relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than receive, or perhaps there's a certain volatility. I don't know, I can't pronounce this. It's volatile. And because it's so volatile, you don't know where you stand. All right, I gotta go get my charger. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you. So, so I know, like, you may or may not, you know, whatever you've had with your ex, that's over, and now you've let go of him. So you did the right thing. You found your boundaries. But there's something, right? So you're trying to figure out how to truly excuse me, release. I got the hiccups now. There's some kind of energetic connection still. Maybe verbally you broke up, but energetically there's like an agreement. You made some kind of soul or energetic agreement. So maybe you can do a ritual like you know, like a divorce paper almost, whether you like a soul divorce, a ritual of sorts, saying you write it down and like I let you go and you're no longer connected to my energy. Or a contract is null and void. Maybe you write a soul contract with them, and then you write a big, you know, uh, like create a document that looks like a contract and like a soul contract that you two signed, and now you're having nullified, like put a big stamp on it and nullify it, like that's it, it's over, you know. I feel like you're going to have to do lots of different little steps. It's not going to be just one particular ritual, several different types of rituals to get there. And whatever, you know, like be creative and you know, tap into your feelings and then go with those feelings to see specifically what kinds of rituals will actually um, feel satisfactory. We are both married now and moved on. See, that's good. Yeah, I know those hiccups. That's very weird. Hiccup. All right, so we've got loosen your grip. Like, I feel like Spirit's saying that some of the reason why he's still there is because you're not actually letting go. Like, I mean, maybe you think you're letting go, but there's something that's you're still holding on to somehow. Me and you know, maybe if you tell, you know, show yourself through a ritual like a contract, nullifying a contract, then it'll help you visualize that it's visually done, you know. Remove him from all your photo albums or whatever. Do more of these kind of ritualistic things like he's not a part of you anymore. Um, so here's a key, another key. Spirit is telling you to let God in. And so whoever you know, if you believe in God, or if you believe in universe, or if you believe in a higher being, if you believe in a higher self as well, like even your future self can tell you, can help you with your current self, and your future self can say, you know what, Wendy, it's going to be okay, and it will eventually clear up, and you won't even, he won't even be a blip on your radar anymore. So if your future self can help you realize that, then maybe your current self will can kind of like mesh with the for future self and bring that reality home already, you know. um so this is about like, and maybe he's the doing the clinging, I don't know, but if there's still a clinging energy here, and something is being resisting the natural flow. um there's a from Buddha: whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. You can only lose what you cling to. Giving it maybe has something to do with your need for control. Maybe your boundaries are so strong because you're forcing this big wall so much that the boundary itself is not actually working because of the control. I'm not sure, but this is feels like, it feels like it's not in your control anymore. Like you don't need to control it. You need to let go and let God control it. Let spirit control it. Whether it's you or it's him, you have to see it as it's in God's hands, you know? Loosen your grip, like it's not your responsibility to figure it out. It's God, you know, it's your higher being, a higher being. Um I Oh my gosh, I was just thinking of another card, another deck. What was I thinking? Give up control. Ah, now I can't see it anymore. It's it could be both or neither of you. Like it doesn't even have to be there anymore. All right, I'm moving on to the next card. So you're not alone. Maybe you did have some kind of psychic soul connection, and these are kind of harder to break. And so it's important to take a lot of steps. Good night, Terry. Thanks for stopping by. The older the soul, the deeper the cave. Spending time alone. I feel like in your current relationships, especially with your husband and any friend or family, like make those relationships super tangible, like very touchy feely, like really experience physical things with them, and to the fullest. And I think that will also dissipate the etheric world, because that's where your ex is residing, in the dream world, in the etheric world. So the more your real world is full and exciting and very tangible, like touchable, the more that the rest of the world will dissipate, the other world will dissipate. This veil, I feel like it's just it's almost like you're giving it more power than it deserves, that it needs. It's not actually, it doesn't even actually have power. How did they kill Vecna? I'm trying to remember now. That's why I'm rewatching it. But it's like this thing that has so much power, but it really doesn't have power. I want to get, I'm going to see, I'm going to ask the Rainbow Tarot. Let me see if I can get a practical solution. Hi, Natalie. Yeah, well, I guess I could do one more. Wait a minute. Oh wait, I have a Divine Goddess. And, oh, sorry, I have two others. I have Divine Goddess and I have, Cat Lady of the Sea. So I think I am closed for tonight. I think I've maxed out. Okay. You got Page of Cups. I felt like I was reading Piece of Cups. Page of Cups and the Emperor. There, okay. Feels like there's something somebody's trying to tell you, and they're so determined to send a message. And I feel like instead of trying to run away from the message, just listen to the message, and then you can let it go. You're like, like when you argue with your, like, a boyfriend or whatever, and okay, Natalie, thank you. You too. Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna try to go live on Tuesday, hopefully. So when you get in a fight with somebody and you're talking to them and you just can't talk to you and you just walk away. Well, maybe it's important to stay. It's harder to find the words, and without, like, insulting each other and yelling at each other. It's harder to be calm and truly get in touch with yourself and be vulnerable and find the words and talk it out and clear it up than it is to walk away and just say, forget you. And I think maybe there's something there, like there just feels like a closure energy that needs to happen. The Page of Cups is talking about trustworthiness, generosity, intuition, psychic abilities, altered state of consciousness, creative opportunities, sensitivity, dream interpretation, working with guides and guardians. Like, write down your dream too. Okay. So, write down your dreams whenever they happen. When they happen, they feel worse, right? So, so a lot of times we'll like wake up and feel unstable or unsteady or sick to our stomachs or scared because we still feel the way we did in our dream. But if you write it down, you automatically diminish the dream because then you're putting it on a paper form and it's not this elusive, illusionary, a mystical world anymore. Now it's a practical thing on a piece of paper. And the thing about dreams is there's like a lot of clues in the wording that comes to you when you're writing down your interpretation of the dream. And then those words can be clues to how you actually let go or you how or what needs to be cleared up. So I feel like the clearing up is in fact the dream itself. Like the dream happens because you have to clear the dream. Like you have to interpret the dream to clear it away. Like so so be sure to write it down. Like this has happened to me before. I actually had a very scary dream where I feel like um I couldn't breathe and I was trying to speak and I'm like let go or something like that. But then it turns out I'm on top of whatever it was, like a demon energy or something dark or something not good. And suddenly I was very powerful and I had like this light behind me and it let go. When I woke up, I felt it shook me, it felt a little scary and I saw it as a scary dream or as a nightmare. But as I described it to this channel, to my sparkles of light, it started to dawn on me that actually I was the powerful one in the dream. And I was able to get out of the situation, and I had a lot of light, but not only my own light, like angels helping me from behind, from like surrounding me to penetrate and stop this energy. So see it, try to see it that way. Like you wake up feeling uneasy or feeling scared or whatever, but maybe if you write it down or if you talk about it or if you analyze it, you'll see it differently and then you'll be able to conquer it, because I think it's specifically the dream that's giving you trouble and not so much his energy. I don't think his energy is connected to you anymore. I think the dream, him, and just the dream itself is sort of it. So I feel like the Emperor represents the divine masculine. It represents fathers. It represents bosses. um it represents counterparts, responsibility, domination, stubbornness, security, ambition, structure, confidence. So a lot of times too in your dreams, the people that are in your dreams not always are the people, not always are the actual people. So a lot of times the people in your dreams all represent you, like a part of you. So instead of seeing him in your dream as he in your dream, look at him and see what he's doing, like what his actions are. What if his actions are something that you've been catching yourself do in the daytime or whatever, in waking hours, then that could be a clue. Like it's telling you that hey, maybe try not doing this, or this is something you shouldn't be doing, or whatever. Pay attention to how you feel in your dreams. If you're scared, then it's something that you need to change in your waking life. If you're not scared, then it might be just something you're trying to, resolve. Eventually you'll resolve it. There is no particular, he's always abandoning me. So that is something you have to resolve. We talked about the clinging energy, and it's important to let go because of that abandonment. Like you're like, there's some part of your soul that's holding on because he abandoned you. That could be something right there. I feel like the best solution for you is just more of this kind of deep dive, like in your own psyche. It's not about blaming one person or another, and it's not about being, like, don't be hard on yourself. It's just about being aware, a little, just aware of your energy, self-aware of your desires, your needs, the things that you wanted, the things that you didn't get, the things he wanted, the things he complained about or whatever. And maybe those things, maybe not so much dissolve him, but dissolve the things that didn't work between you. So in other words, word abandonment, okay? You can put that on a piece of paper and burn it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that weren't fulfilled, the things that the disappointments, the whatever, went wrong. It's time to let it go completely. I'm just curious to see what's next in your love life. Affirmations, that's important. Like, loving words hold great power. Give yourself your own affirmations, positive affirmations, and freedom, healthy space, and room to breathe. So it's important to say good things to yourself and affirm yourself a lot, and of course your husband and the people that you love, and also practice freedom, like not a codependent love, but an unconditional love. Keep practicing that. Okay, so within your own marriage with your husband can help heal this situation. So within your marriage with your husband, keep affirming him and your connection with him. Do more physical things, not just lovemaking, but like lots of things, being out in nature, tangible things, pottery classes and whatnot, like things that you can really physically touch with each other. If you have pets, great. If you don't, get some pets, whatever, like really get physical with each other, tangible. And then and also allow freedom too, like make sure you have your own time for yourself and he has his own time for himself, and allow each other to be independent and individuals too. So because you have to kind of practice, you have to learn about your boundaries, and you have to practice this ability to let go, like the cling energy. I feel like there's cling here, and I don't know if it's you or if it's your ex, but still it's there. And even if it is your ex, even if whatever you do can help whatever his energy is doing, right? So you're the medicine to whatever he's doing, if he's doing anything. I think it's mostly perceived, but anyway. So So your current husband is not abandoning you, right? This was your ex that was abandoning you. And that's why I'm saying the reason why you probably having these dreams is because it's something from that relationship that hasn't completely healed. And so these are a few tips. I think you'll find more as you go. Like, just be aware and be observant whenever you get signs from the universe. But there's a few things that you can start with. You can start with a few of these rituals to help clear that energy. Very, very good. See, and so love and relish in it, and just really make a big party out of your love all the time. And the more you do that, the more you focus on the beautiful love you have with your husband, the more the other past thing will diminish and turn into nothing and just kind of poof like vapor. Okay. Wendy, if you want to talk more about this, you can order a private reading, because this is something that it's not something that I can like clear, like I can really find the answer for in just a night session. But and I feel like it's going to be an ongoing kind of thing for you, and there may be I may find like spirit might give me more answers along the way that I could pass on to you as well. So if anything comes to me, I'll be able to pass on that information to you. So I feel like this is kind of a journey for you, but I think even just acknowledging it and saying it out loud, it dissipates it already. So you've already helped yourself a lot by talking about it tonight. So good job. And I'll keep visualizing positive things. Alrighty. Okay, so where were we? Thank you, Diansky, Diansky, Chi. That's a pretty name. Cat Lady of the Sea. Are you out there, Cat Lady? I don't see a notification about PayPal. Hey. All right, so I don't know. I don't get notifications on my phone for PayPal, so I don't see it. Any kind of question. So, is Cat Lady before or after you, Divine Goddess? I feel like she was before. Oh nope, you were before her. Okay, sorry, Cat Lady. Divine Goddess is next, but I'll just go ahead and do you. We'll end with you, Divine Goddess. Okay. Can you please see what to expect between Jordan and me, Katie, before the end of the year? Okay, let's see. What's happening with Jordan and Katie? Jordan and Katie. Let's start off with the romantic fairy. Jordan and Katie. Before the end of the year. Ooh, some signs. You'll see the signs and they'll tell you more. Okay, let's keep clicking. Oh, very nice. Your love language is acts of service. Actions speak louder than words. So if you ever get into this kind of like my little love doves, or if you ever get into this feeling like, I don't know how he feels about me, the best way to figure that out is by what he does, okay? His acts of service. Ooh, by the end of the year, it looks like you will be connecting in a physical way. Flames of passion ignite. Be sure to always, talk to your guides, sometimes your friends too, depending on if they're, like what type of friends you have. If you feel like you can count on them to be supportive, then that's good. But this could also represent, just mostly spirit guides. I feel like it's important to keep contact with spirit and spirit guides. Ooh, so you guys are very, like, you recognize each other's souls. You're very connected. You know this soul. You know him. And it's going to get more intense, I feel. All right, let's see what else. Let's see. Let's get some heart rainbow tarot. Okay. That's a big clump. Well, let's go with those two, and then let's keep looking. So 9 of Wands to 10 of Wands. 9 of Wands, okay, this is interesting. I feel like 9 of Wands represents you looking pretty in the garden. You are a life of luxury. You're doing really well. I feel like, okay, I thought I knew him, but we aren't together, and I'm thinking of letting him go. Okay. Well, I feel like with the 9 of Wands, like you like your independence, you like your single life, and you do good. You do good on your own. The 10 of Wands represents working hard, and I feel like this could represent him, or it could also represent what you have to do to stay together. Like, in order to stay together, you're going to have to put some work behind it, or he's going to have to put some work behind it. Like, just the way it is right now, it may not be able to stand very long if nobody puts any work behind it. So let me break each one down. So yeah, the 9 of Wands is also about guardianship and persistence and power, intensity, protecting your own energy too, and having a strong drive and showing stamina. Yeah, so she represents the wounded warrior. So like, you've been there and done that, and maybe a little tired, maybe it's like, do I really have to work so hard to make this work, And then the 10 of Wands is overextending, heavy burdens, feeling overwhelmed and weighted down. There feels like it could be a burnout. When you play a game or something like that, you sometimes you just play and play, and then you're like, after a while you just don't want to do it anymore. Like, you get burnt out. So there's this feeling like maybe you're burnt out. You don't want to keep pushing against the current. You want it to flow. Let's see if there's any chance for it to flow. Like, maybe this passion is with somebody else. I don't know, because it feels like there could be some passion for you, but first of all, it's acts of service. So I feel like maybe some kind of, like, not exactly an ultimatum, but maybe there somebody will say something like, uh you know, I feel like letting go if unless, we put some effort behind this, or something like that. And that will encourage, your person to go that extra step, to show acts of service, show you that he cares, instead of just telling you, or just y'all are just assuming it, that he actually shows you. But let's see. By the end of the year, what can happen? One card at a time, please. Ooh, look at that. You got the sun coming out. So on the one hand, you can make all your dreams come true. You could have great luck. You could have great abundance. You could have lots of happiness and joy. But then there's the Five of Cups came out too. So it's like sadness and joy. There could be a breakup. I feel like I feel like you might find your twin flame, but first you're gonna break up with this person, and then I don't know, like, I feel like you're gonna, that by the end of the year you'll have a really happy things and really sad things happen, like, and if it's a sad thing, it could be because it's hard to let go of somebody, but I think somebody new might be coming in. I don't know necessarily if that's true, but I just feel like there's those two energies, happy and sad. So maybe there's a possibility that you guys have a heart to heart, have a deep talk, and it brings out a lot of emotions, and then that heals your situation, and you do better in your relationship, or you do actually let go, and it just makes both of you really sad. But the sun just feels fun. The sun, when it shines on a reading, it makes the reading really happy. So no matter what happens to you by the end of the year, you feel like you did the right thing, and you'll feel good. It's radiance and warmth and vitality and optimism and invigorating and well-being and growth and confidence and expansiveness, and like this feeling like you can express yourself. And I get that, like, if you're feeling, yeah, I just feel like the Five of Cups represents those wounds, and like some chasm will grow too big, and there'll be just too much loneliness, if you guys don't figure out how to work to be with each other or connect to each other, you know? Sometimes we don't know the people that we love, and sometimes we knew them, but they change. Let's see how he feels about you right now. He feels alienated. So he says, I know I'm a little weird, but you don't have to be afraid of me. But, alienated, just, it's like distant. You're distancing yourself from him. Like, you don't see him as a good partner. Like, he can tell that you don't like something about him that you don't like. But the thing is, it's like, it's a self-fulfilled prophecy. It's like he's doing it to himself by not being not being interactive, not being the hero to you, not reaching out to grab you and help, and do something about it, he's like too willing to let it go. I think he's okay letting this all go. He's confident. Okay, let's see if he's confident. Oh. Well, it's gonna be mixed. It's gonna be mixed when when you guys let each other go, because he's always bewitched by you. He thinks you're really amazing. You have me under your spell. There's an irresistible mystery to your beauty. There's a lot, most of the time there's stuff going on with the guy that we don't even realize. And a lot of times when this kind of thing kind of happens, when a breakup happens and it's your idea, a guy might feel blindsided because he might not have seen it coming. And he's feeling dejected. So I don't know where I went wrong. And that's probably part of the problem, is like he's not self-aware in the relationship, and he's not able to to be to he's the one that distanced himself from me. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. Well, I feel like you won't have to make it. I mean, the decision will come to you. Spirit will give you more and more clues. This decision, and I think somebody else is coming your way, and it will make your decision way easier to let him go when this other person comes your way. It's true. Attraction's not enough. It's not enough in itself. So I'm not saying for you to break up, but I'm just saying that you will end your year happy no matter what. No matter what happens, your year will be happy. One of you will be happy and one of you will be sad, maybe, or there'll be mixed emotions, but I think you will definitely end the year happy. I feel like something else is good, something good is coming towards you, and you're going to end the year happy, you personally. And you have to have action. Like either he puts on, starts to act, or somebody else coming through that actually puts his money where his mouth is, like actually acts upon his words, and you have a great, amazing physical connection and spiritual connection with that person. So you don't think he wants to work it out? Well, I feel like you guys need a big old heart to heart. You need a big old heart to heart, because I don't know if he may not see things the same way you're seeing it, and so you don't want to blindside him. Just say like that song, I'm sorry, but I don't understand where this is coming from. I thought that we were fine. You said, oh, 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 do, 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 oh, 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 love, our love. Just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough, just to say that we're not broken. It might be like that song. I think that's Pink, and if you listen carefully, that's typical of a male and female relationship, where the woman's like, what's going on? There's this big rift between us. We're not talking, not doing anything. And the dude is just like, what? I thought everything was fine. It's just because he's been like, I don't know, preoccupied, going through lazy phase, putting more effort into work instead of your relationship. Whatever the case may be, it's not necessarily, he doesn't see it as such, as a deal breaker, as a relationship breaker. He doesn't see it the same way. So you might want to, oh, He keeps saying how he wants different things. Well, what kind of different things does he want? Does he want like to add a third person to your party and like change up the sexual stuff? Or does he want to travel and you don't want to travel? Or does he wants different things? Oh, you're already broken up. You know what? Then that's what that means. He wants a different person, basically. And I guess he tried to be nice about it. But yeah. So you are lucky though. You're going to end the year happy because you're going to find your better person. You're going to find your twin flame by the end of the year. So that's good. Even if it wasn't him and it's sad and you know, breakups are sad and being apart is sad, you'll find the one. Okay, honey. Well, if you're already broken up, I think you're going to stay that way then. Unless you know, but I don't recommend it unless you just hook up. You know, a lot of people who break up like to hook up for sex, but I don't recommend that. But there is a possible chance for that. But I think really there's a different guy for you coming through. You're welcome, honey. Best wishes. You know, I feel like positive, happy changes for you. It's hard now, but you'll see. The sun will come out. The sun will come out tomorrow. Alrighty. Now we have Divine Goddess. So you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come with me. Tomorrow, tomorrow. I love ya. Tomorrow. You're only a day away. Chiquitita, tell me what's wrong. You're alone with your own sorrow. I'll serenade you. Divine Goddess, if you're not there, I'm gonna go ahead and go because my back is hurting me. And I can do you a private reading if you like. So I'm gonna count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night, everybody. Divine Goddess, I'm sorry I bailed, but I'm really tired. My back hurts. So, you know what to do. Reach out to me or save this for Tuesday, and I'll do your reading on Tuesday, or I can do a private reading. All right. Good night, Mira. Thank you for hanging out with us. I love you. Sweet dreams, everybody. Until next we meet. Tomorrow I should be getting out your July reading. July, 4th of July. And probably not your weekly reading also, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to be working Sunday, Monday, Tuesday at that other side job. So I get busy, and yeah, anyway, that's what happens. So I'll do my best. I'm gonna do my best to, and then we have 4th of July. Maybe I could do a 4th of July night. We'll see what happens. Anyway, until we meet again, happy trails and pleasant dreams and faith, trust, and pixie dust.